Hello, welcome to episode 334. We're going to be making Waystones, sort of like the mod pack, except not as good. You can't pick them up for a start. Okay, so here's my example Waystone. It's pretty rubbish, but each Waystone only needs one command block, so you can build whatever you want, and I'm sure you can hide it in there pretty well. Now, so out in the world, you will discover this command block. That's one location. This command block is another location. And then back in loaded chunks, you have all of these blocks here. Spawn chunks, force loaded, that's okay. So I walk around the world. By the way, the block under here, this block here is identical to this block. So I find the Waystone. Ooh, I found a new Waystone, and I click on it. It says, new location added, location 1. Great. Then I click on it again. Available destinations, location 1. Oh, okay. Could I go to location 1, please? I can click on that in chat. Off I go, and I'm at location 1. If I go back and click on it again, it's just going to say the same. So the first time you click on it, it updates your list of locations, and then every time you click on it from then on, it will show you a list of available locations. I only have location 1 available to me. I haven't found location 2 yet. Here's location 2. So let's clear chat, F3D. Let's click on this one. New location added, location 2. Okay, fantastic. And then I can click on any one again. Available destinations, location 1, location 2. Oh, I'd like to go to location 2, please. Am I there? I should be on green. I am. And there's some red there. Let's keep looking down and let's pick 1 instead. Cool. There we go. So you can just teleport round. Now, you might be thinking, yes, but now you can just click on that wherever you are. And you can. You're right. At the end of the video, I will add a little bit of extra system to check that you are actually near a Waystone. That way, you can't just run off and have access to these teleports whenever you want. You'd have to actually be standing next to the Waystone for them to work. Okay, enough waffling. Let's get on and build it now. Okay, let's start, as we so often do, with a couple of scoreboard objectives. So let's go a little setup line. Set up. Okay. And I want one. We're going to use a trigger because we're going to be clicking on tellraw. So we want non-opt players to be able to use this as well. So scoreboard, objectives, add. I'll call it teleport. And that's going to be a trigger. Done. And also, actually, I'll just copy that one. Let's type in. There's control middle mouse to copy it. And we're also going to want another one, which I'll call activate. And this is going to tag. Well, it's going to give the player a score, but I'm going to use it as a tag. So if they activate a Waystone, it will set that to 1. Okay. Right. Now, we're going to want to put down a Waystone. So here's our Waystone. Let's say Waystone location 1. Done. And let's just have another one. Let's have 2. So we can teleport between the 2 places. And this will be Waystone location 2. Okay. So this and this. These are the command blocks that people will find in the world. We'll move them later. And what they're going to do is they're going to power some command blocks which are going to be in the spawn chunks or in loaded chunks. So, we're going to need a controller. And I'm going to want a controller for the trigger as well. Okay, we've got a lot going on at once here. Controller. That's the main controller. We'll just call it controller. And this will be the controller for the triggers. Okay. Now, when a player clicks on a Waystone, I'm going to have it set a block. And it can set a block. The idea is the Waystone is at the destination, and the block it sets is going to be a redstone block, which is going to power another line of commands which are in the spawn chunks, or as I said, always loaded chunks. I'm just going to power a block here. Now under that, I'll put one of these. A set block one above me to white wool. And I'm not going to type replace because it defaults to replace. So I'm not typing that. Done. So it'll put a redstone block there and it should automatically turn straight away into a white wool, but it will power the line. So let's just power that. So we can do set. What do we want to do? We want to make it a little bit different. I want to store that the player has pressed that button. So I'm going to execute store success as a score on the nearest player. Now we have the problem with buttons. The nearest player might not be the player who pressed the button. And I'm going to store it. Well, we have two, but we don't have the ones I want. Okay, let's get rid of those ones that are obviously left over from an old tutorial. Remove in range and remove timer. Okay, let's press that and get out the ones we need. There we go. So I'm going to store into their activate scoreboard. And I'm going to store a 0 or a 1, depending on this is successful. This is always going to be successful, because we're going to run set block. The coordinates of your line, mine's just 2 ahead there. Redstone block. Now it's always going to be successful, because I'm going to click on it, and it's going to turn straight away into white wool, so I can always click on that. So it's always going to be successful. Now I've still got that score, so I better remove it. Scoreboard players, reset, me, my activate. Okay, right. And this one is basically going to be exactly the same. Copy. Done. So every waystone is going to have the same command in, and all you're going to change is you're going to change these coordinates of where it's placing the redstone block. Let's copy that and pop it there. There we go. Okay, right. Now, the player who clicked this has been, effectively they've been tagged with the score, so we can use that score. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tellraw any player whose scores equals activate equals 1, who doesn't have a tag equals exclamation mark, location 1, so they haven't been tagged, so they've not pressed this button before, because we're going to give them that tag in a minute. And let's put something in here. We'll say text new location added location 1. Let's give it a color so it stands out a bit as well. Color green. Okay, done. Let's just try that and see what we've got happening. And in fact, let me reset my activate score. Let's copy that. Copy. And let's just make ourselves a little reset line for testing purposes. Reset. And we'll put that command in there. That way we can keep resetting. Okay, so if I click on this now, new location added location 1. Okay, well it's just going to say it each time, so that's pretty useless. Let's reset that. Okay, next block. Now what we're going to do is tag anyone. There we go. Whose scores equals activate equals 1, add location 1. Done. And I'm going to make that conditional. So it's only going to run if this one runs. Okay, now we should add something to our reset now, because we've got an extra thing. We're giving ourselves a tag. So let's, to our reset, tag all players remove location 1. So now when I press it, Okay, new location added. And now it's not doing anything because I've got the tag. Cool. So it's only telling us a new location has been added the first time we click on it. And now what I better do is I'll reset my activate score actually. So we'll put another one down. And this one's going to be conditional as well. And we'll do scoreboard, players, reset all players whose scores equals activate equals 1, and we'll reset their activate score. Done. Effectively what we're doing each time we press the button is we're just doing this bit of reset now. So that's kind of useless, but we'll keep it anyway because it's not going to affect us. Right, so that works. We click on it the first time and it tells us the location has been added, and then it does nothing after that. But we want it to do something after that. What we want it to do is we want it to trigger, we want it to bring up a list of destinations that we can go to. So what we'll do is we'll change this controller so it's going to be run by that. Okay, let's do that. Let's put this controller one back and we'll copy this block from under there, put it down. So we're going to set to white wall. Let's copy that white wall. Let's put a sign on this. And this will be our controller. Okay. And let's just do say hi. Okay. Okay, right, so let's get another block on the end. Now I only want this one to run if these ones didn't run. So I'm going to do a success check, I think. Yeah, so we could probably just check this block here. If this block doesn't run, that means it's not the first time I've pressed. Then this will power that controller. Okay, so let's do execute if block. Now you can either grab the coordinates of this block. Well, I know that that's positive Z, so I'm just going to go back one. So I'm just going to say -1. If it is a chain command block and its success count was 0, so it was unsuccessful, then I will run set block, done, get the coordinates of this block for our controller, fill, tab, 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 copy, and remember these controllers and all of these blocks, these are all in always loaded chunks. You can force load them or they can put them in the spawn chunks. It's only this block and this block that are going to be out in the world. And we'll set a redstone block, which defaults to replace. Okay, let's try that. So let's do a reset. I come along, I find the new waystone. Oh, look, here's a new waystone. I click on it. New location added, location 1. Ah, fantastic. And I click on it again. This time, let's clear chat. This time it only says hi. And each time I click on it, it says hi. Great. Let's change that from saying hi. And let's do a tellraw, which is going to target specific people. And we'll display a list of available locations. So let's go in here. Let's do... Right, now, here is where we're resetting the activate score. So if this one is running, we still have a score of 1 on activate because these didn't run. So we can still target the player using that activate score. And that's what we're going to do here. So we'll do tellraw, all players, scores equals, activate equals 1. Let's do some simple text. Actually, we'll have a color as well. Text. What do we want it to say? Available destinations. And let's give it a color. And let's just, I don't know, let's just say grey. Grey will do. Okay, so now instead of saying hi, it's going to say available destinations. And it's only going to say it to me because I've got the activate score of 1. Now, obviously, if someone presses the button at exactly the same time someone else presses the button, with a little bit of a delay because we are setting a block, then they might both get the messages. But this is about the best we can do without data packs. Okay, so I'm going to get available destinations. Now I suppose I want to list the destinations that are available. So I will do tellraw, add all players, scores equals, activate equals 1. But we need to know, do they have this location unlocked? So we'll also say tag equals location 1. And then we'll do 2 elements, I think. Or do we just need 1? To be honest, I think we only probably need 1. Let's just start with 1. We'll have text. We'll have a color. And we'll have a click event. Okay, let's fill that in. Look at all those speech marks. So we're going to have some text, and the text will say just the name of the location. So let's say location 1. We'll have a color. I'm going to make it gold, and then we can tell the people that, hey, if you see any gold text in chat, you can click on that. So we'll say gold. And this will be our click event. Now, this is where we have to use our trigger, because non-opt players won't be able to teleport themselves, I don't think. So our click event, what will it be? What action do we want to take? Well, I want to run a command, and it'll say, okay, that's no problem. What is the value of your command? And I will say, the value of my command is trigger teleport set to 1. Okay. So when I click on it, it will set my teleport trigger to 1. Cool. Done. I'm going to copy that because we've got 2 locations, so we need 2 of these. This is where all your locations would go. Let's put another one down. And I'm just going to go to the beginning. So tellraw, activate 1, yes. This time we'll check for location 2. Text location 2. And we'll just change the trigger to 2. 2. Okay, done. And then what we're going to do is we better reset the activate score. So let's do, oops, let's get an empty one because it's easier to see. We'll do scoreboard, players, reset for all players, scores equals, activate equals 1, reset their activate score. Done. Okay, let's have a look and see what happens. I think it might be handy if we do scoreboard, objectives, set display on the sidebar, and what have we called it? Teleport is our trigger. Teleport. Done. Right, so let's do a reset. So we come along, we find location 1. Location 1 has been added. Thank you very much. Then we click it again. Available destinations, location 1. Okay, let's click on that. You cannot trigger this objective yet. Okay, so what's happening here is we've not enabled the trigger. Okay, so let's go do a little reset. In our setup, do scoreboard, players, enable, for all players, teleport. Done. Okay. Now we've got a 0 there. So let's do new location added. Great. Let's click it again. Available destinations, location 1. Let's click on it. Triggered. Teleport set to 1. Great. Can we do it again? No, because we're not resetting it yet. Okay. But there's something else we can add in here now. We've got 2 locations, so let's remove location 2 as well. And we'll also, let's go and copy this command from in here. Copy. Let's enable the trigger. Done. And let's reset the trigger as well. Scoreboard, players, reset all players, teleport. Okay, so this is just temporary for when we're testing. You don't need this when you're playing. Okay, we're back to normal. Location added, yes, click on, oh dear, click on it again. Destinations, location 1, click on that. Cannot trigger this objective yet. Did we not enable it? Okay, well, we'll keep going because we're going to reset it anyway. Maybe my reset line is a bit silly. Okay. There we go. That one worked. How come you worked? Enable at all teleport. Maybe it doesn't like it if you reset it there. Well, I've never had that problem before. Let's do a little bit of testing while we're here. If I change this order of these, if I do the reset first, are you happy now? Okay, I'm not sure why that one's not working. As I say, this is just a temporary reset line, so we don't have to worry about that too much. Let's just keep going. We'll reset it with that one. Right, let's add this second location. So we're just going to copy all these blocks. Copy that one. Let's check what it says. Well, new location added. No, we're going to add location 2. Let's copy the next one. Make sure it's conditional. We'll add the tag location 2. And here we have to check location 2. Add the next one. Making sure it's conditional. That one I think stays the same. Yeah. Add the next one. And because we're using relative coordinates here, we don't have to change these coordinates. And we're setting block on the controller, so that should be fine. Okay, let's click on this one. New location added, location 2. Let's click on that again. Now it's showing us 2 locations. Okay, triggered. And can I do it again? Nope, because we're not enabling it anywhere. Okay, so we have control of our trigger. We can set it to 1 or 2. Now we're going to need to do something with that. So what we'll do is we'll have the trigger controller. And this is always going to be running. So we'll make this repeat. Needs redstone because I'm using a lever. And let's put in here, teleport any player whose scores equals, we don't want teleport equals 1. Okay, well, we need some destinations. So this will be destination here. Let's do some colors as well, just to make it stand out a bit. We'll have a red and we'll have a green. So destination 1, you are going to be red. Fill, tab, tab, tab. Copy. So teleport anyone with a teleport score of 1 to those coordinates. Okay. Done. Control middle mouse, pop it down, make sure it's chain, always active. Let's get the coordinates of the green block. Copy. And swap your coordinates. Done. If I turn that on now, you can see that I've got a teleport score of 2. So I'm probably going to teleport over there, and I am not resetting my teleport score. I am going to be stuck there if I turn that on. So, like I often like to do, I sometimes put in here tag equals not dev. It's always handy when playing with things like teleports or stuff that's going to get you stuck in a loop. Now, if I do get stuck in the loop, I can give myself the dev tag and I'm out. Okay, so since we know that is a problem, I think one of the things we should do now is reset. We should do a scoreboard players reset for all players teleport. Done. And we've used it, so we better enable it again. Scoreboard players enable for all players teleport. Okay, let's turn it on. I expect to teleport onto the green block. I didn't. Because I don't have location 2, maybe. Okay. So do that reset. Let's clear our inventory. Okay. So I walk along. I find location 1 or Waystone, which is just this block. That's all you need to hide in the world. So yeah, you can hide it. Just stick a chiseled bit of stone on top. This could be your Waystone. Oh, infested block. Don't think so. And we'll have a button, and the button could be red, and we'll have a bit of wall, and the wall can sit on top. There you go. That's my Waystone. I come along and click one of the buttons. Okay. So I click on it, added a new destination. Cool. Location 1. Clear the chat. Let's click on it again. Available destinations, location 1. I click on that. Hey, we've been teleported to location 2. Can you guess what the problem is there? I bet that here we've got teleport equals 1, and I bet we got the same in here. Yeah, look, we didn't change that. Teleport equals 2. There we go. So I'm back at the Waystone. Location 1, click on it. Now I'm at location 1. Okay, and it's not giving me location 2 because I haven't discovered it yet. And also, while we're here, let's get rid of that horrible triggered message. Game rule, send command feedback false. That'll remove that. Let's go and discover Waystone 2. New location added, location 2. Cool. Now let's click on it again and bring up the available destinations. I am going to go to location 2. I should be on green. I am indeed. Now I'm going to go to location 1. We're not clearing chat. You can't clear chat in any sort of nice way. You could spam 100 blank messages, but I don't think that's a very nice way to do it. I'd rather just leave this here. Wait, we can see we moved. Bump, 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 bump. There we go. So this is one of the problems with this, is not being able to clear chat. Kind of means that I can walk off now and I can go anywhere I like. Off I go. And as long as those are still in my chat, I'm still available to use. So that's one of the things I don't like about this system. What we could do is we could put a little marker here. We finished the system. As it stands, let's start doing some playing. And if you've got any suggestions on how we can improve it, please do put them in the comments, because we can always do an update. Let's do a little test. Let's put a marker, or I'm just going to use an armor stand, actually. You should use a marker for this. We'll put an armor stand. Can we put it on top of that? We'll put it there. There we go. Right. So we've got an armor stand. It's not tagged or anything. We're just playing around. We're just experimenting. Let's look at our controller here. So this is teleporting the player. Okay. Let's change this. Let's take this. Control X, because I'll use that again in a minute. And let's change it to S. And let's execute as any player. And then we'll put that back at themselves. Run. So far, it won't make a difference. That should work exactly the same. Let's do a little test. So we've changed number 1. Let's do a little test on number 1. Still in? Yeah. Yeah, it still works. Okay. And what we'll do is we'll add something in here. So at themselves, if entity, any entity, we would use a marker. Type equals armor stand. And we would use a tagged marker as well. Distance, that's a full stop there, is it? Distance equals 0 to 3. Right, so now they have to be within 3 blocks of an armor stand. Any armor stand. Which means if I'm over here and I run the command, so I've blocked it. So that's what we'd probably do. What we could do is we could put a marker inside the Waystone. So if I use it here, I'm standing here, Now I can use it. There we go. That stops people running away and just using these commands wherever they want. Cool. We've kind of fixed one of the little problems. Okay, but we're done. I think that's long enough. A nice little Waystone system. Could be improved. Certainly if you're going to use a data bank, definitely improved. But it gives you an idea. Let me know if you've got any other ways to improve it, because I'm always happy to learn myself. Fantastic. So, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Take care. Look at my little man I'm holding. Bye-bye.